That's my biggest weakness as a shop owner is needing to meddle and needing to be in the middle of it. And I prefer to just do it myself, right?
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people's problem, and that's something that we always need to be constantly working on. I can tell you as a shop owner, I was probably an awful person to work for. I mean,
I am
in
a
complete
terrible
transparency.
person to work for. There's no doubt about that.
I meant
Is
really
this like
well,
a
but
story arc? Like we started the day with him going, I'm not terrible to work for. And now we're like, man, I'm terrible.
I'm not nearly as bad as you, but I'm still pretty terrible to work
Wonderful to work for.
for. I've seen the videos.
What videos?
uh-oh.
Hey folks, David here. Before I opened my repair shop, I used to sell parts for a living. And it's always been important for me to be able to not just find the right part, but the best part for my customers' vehicles in stock and at the right price. Which is why I became obsessed with PartsTech.com. With PartsTech, I'm able to search an unlimited number of vendors for parts and tires, and with one click, I'm able to order from every single one of them at the same time. What's more, all the information then gets conveniently transferred into my shop management system. So if you haven't experienced that level of convenience and efficiency for yourself, head on over to partstech.com/podcast and you'll be able to sign up for free today. That's partstech.com/podcast.
And like I said earlier, it's we're really looking to get people to level up, to get them where they really want to go.
Yeah.
And that's why we love focusing and working with service managers and high performing service advisors, because we want to give the shop owners the gift of time and money. And if you can have somebody, your right hand person, really get poured into as far as they can run everything, and you can kind of take a step back and just truly be a business owner. I mean, I think that's a lot of folks, that's their dream. That's that's the model they want to go towards.
What do you think the key things keeping them from being able to accomplish that are?
Well, it's hard to, you go from working on the business to working, or from working in the business to working on the business. It's a different mentality. I think a lot of times delegation is a key component because they don't trust anybody else to do the job. And it's a lot easier to do something when you know you can do it better than that person that you are telling to do it.
Yeah.
But in order for growth to happen, you have to empower them and let them do that.
In the middle of it. And I prefer to just do it myself, right?
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people's problem, and that's something that we always need to be constantly working on. I can tell you as a shop owner, I was probably an awful person to work for. I mean,
I am
in
a
complete
terrible
transparency.
person to work for. There's no doubt about that.
I meant
Is this
really
like
well,
a story arc? Like we started the day with him going, I'm not terrible to work for. And now we're like, man, I'm terrible.
I'm not nearly as bad as you, but I'm still pretty terrible to work
Wonderful to work for.
I've seen the videos.
What videos?
Uh-oh.
The ones your employees share. We have a secret chat group you just don't know about.
That I believe. That I 100% believe.
What?
Nothing.
David doesn't believe in leadership.
No?
David doesn't believe in coaching.
No, that's not true. I think you have to have something pushing you, driving you. The shop is miserable, so I don't know why I would want to put my time and effort and energy into that. It sucks the life out of you.
I'd push back a little on you there, David. And I know we just met each other, so let's get uncomfortable, or let's get comfortable being uncomfortable, right? All right. Okay.
I'll look this way.
But is that you driving the culture, or is that letting the culture influence you? Are you influencing the culture, or the culture influencing you?
The
kicking the
cars. I'm sorry. If you end up with shaky cam, that's I apologize. That is the cars influencing me. Yeah, the cars do not want to be fixed. I mean, you try, but then they don't fix. And then something happens. You feel bad. I don't like feeling bad all the time. So that's what it is. Like I want the car to be fixed and perfect. And
Sure.
drive away and that customer be super happy. That's what I want. That. Instead, they drive away and 6 months later, the axle blows out. A Ram. I've never seen an axle go out on a Ram before. Not after we fix it. You know, they have that differential problem with the stubs. They explode. Okay, great. So we put new stubs in, put a new axle, the HD ones, big fat ones, right? And send it on its way. Comes back on a tow truck 7 months later, 8 months later. Axle blew out. And I'm asking Ivan, I'm like, what do you mean the axle blew out? The hell does that mean the axle's broken? I've never seen that. Now, hopefully I get back and she's older. She ran over something. There's maybe hair or something like all caught up in the axle, and it's very obvious that Fido got sucked up into the axle, and that's what happened.
Why did it have to take such a grim turn?
I'm just saying, I want to see some death in there. Something very obvious that I can go, yep, that's what happened. And then I'll feel great. But in the meantime, until I get back, this is eating me up. How do you get over that?
Can you? I mean, we talking about Fido or the axle?
Both? Not my Fido, so it's whatever. I mean, you feel bad for him because it's an innocent animal, but whatever. Maybe he bit a child or something before that. I'm saying, like, I wanted that car to be fixed. Mm-hmm. Now, we torqued everything to spec. We used quality parts. Never had a problem with any of these components before. I had a good, competent technician do the work. What else can I do?
I don't know that there is anything else you can do at that
Okay,
point.
so how can I be okay with that and just be like, oh, you know what? I want more of this. I'm going to go open a second shop. I want twice as many problems coming back.
Yeah, I don't have a solution for you.
I thought you were the coach. What happened?
Hey, we just took $11,000 worth of payments. That
I'd feel better if I had $11,000 in payments today. I think we did $110 in payments today. You know what I'm really worried about? It's not that I hired a second person, and jury's still out. Also, this is going to be like published, I don't know, 3 months from now. So,
and he's
either
fired
still
on Monday.
working there, or I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he did a fantastic job. What I'm worried about is that over 2 days, I should be seeing a stream of new appointments coming in. It's
hard to answer the phone if you're sleeping.
And so I have not seen any appointments coming in. And so we're going to show up Monday morning with no appointments, no cars, nothing. Now, like the schedule will fill up. Normally it does. But I don't know what the hell he's been doing. The phone's barely rang. I will say that. The phone is barely rang because it goes to my thing and it buzzes me. Now I don't answer. I'm here. Normally I'll turn it off, but he's there by himself and, just in case. So I just let it go. The phone's barely been ringing. Probably a third of the phone calls that we normally get, but I don't know. It's probably Juan scaring him off. Like, hey, don't call Thursday or Friday. It's going to be bad. My shop manager, he was worried about the whole situation. He's like,
Gotcha.
Hey, we should close. And I said, nah, it'll be fine. And he's like, we should close.
Listen,
I said, nah.
If I'm going to trust somebody's intuition, it's going to be Juan's over yours.
Okay, but he's not paying the bill for being closed for 2 days.
I understand that, but I'm just telling you, like,
But
your
honestly,
intuition usually gets me in trouble.
The fact that we were open, and we'll see what we end up collecting today, those 2 days worth of business was not worth me being open. Like, I should have just closed.
So you probably should have trusted Juan's intuition.
I think I left the shop open with the hope that we would end up, okay. I don't know. I don't know what goes on down there. I'm not there. I'm just telling you.
He wonders why the shop stresses him out.
The shop does not stress me out. I have fantastic employees. Not the new guy. As a person, love the crap out of him. That's why I hired him. Fantastic person. He's funny. He's personable. He's friendly. He tells jokes. He can take a joke. That's a big thing for me. You got to be able to take a joke. If you can't take a joke, we can't get along. So he was cool. I've got fantastic employees. Fantastic employees. Love them to death. Every single one of them. Even the one that shows up late. Love him to death too. He's cute. That's why I was like, everybody. So, I mean, this is a side tangent. Sorry. He's late. And Juan's like, dude, you need to yell at him. Because he didn't listen to me. I'm telling you, you need to yell at him. And I'm like, he's like, and he looks at me and he goes, you're not going to yell at him, are you? I'm like, it's, and he's like, as soon as he walks in, he's going to be like, hey, buddy. And he's going to start pinching his cheeks and stuff, aren't you? And I go, no, I'm not going to do that. No shit, I did it. I didn't even think about it. He walks in late, and I'm like, hey, buddy, how you doing? I start like, and Juan walks by, and he's like, and I'm like, oh, crap. Hey, dude, you can't be late. You can't be late like this. Anyway, love all my employees. It's not the employees. And it's, I can't go work for somebody. I'm a terrible employee. So that's not going to work, right? So it's good that I own my own business.
Sure.
And I have great employees. And, I like the automotive industry and I like shops and all the cars. And if you like that clip, you can watch the entire episode by clicking on the link in the description. We drop a brand new episode every single Monday evening. And if you want to escape our Google overlords, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast player. And we drop those episodes first thing Monday morning. Thank you to PartsTech for sponsoring this video. And if you haven't signed up yet, it's absolutely free to get started with them. Leave us a like and a comment and make sure that you're subscribed.